Suits and Boots, the 33rd Annual Meeting and Awards Banquet of the Jessamine Chamber of Commerce, held January 23, 2014 at the R J Corman Hangar in Nicholasville. Our lead sponsors, Asbury Theological Seminary and Wesley Village, a senior living community. This year's platinum sponsor, the R J Corman Railroad Group. Gold sponsors, Central Bank, First Southern National Bank, and Sam's Club. Silver sponsors, Bluegrass Energy, PNC Bank, Quality Construction, REB Architects, and United Bank. And our bronze sponsors, Kentucky American Water and the UPS Store. And now the 33rd Annual Meeting and Awards Banquet of the Jessamine Chamber of Commerce.
Touching night for me. At the far end of the table, Judge Executive William Neal Cassidy is retiring after 24 years. It's going to be hard to run the camera without you, Judge. So thank you for being here. And then we have and his lovely wife Joyce. Forgot. How could I forget Joyce? We also have Mayor Rainwater and his wife Sherry. How long have you been there? Since 76? 76, so long time. And I'm going to switch over here. We've got Mayor Russ Meyer, and Allison is not yet made it, but we hear she's on her way. So for 8 years, these three leaders have been leading the county and our local government, so it's great to have all of you together at least one last time. Also with us tonight, Linda Creech, the President and CEO of Wesley Village, and Susan Blankenship, our Marketing Officer. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for being the lead sponsor. Sam Lee and his wife Jenny. Sam is the incoming President of the Chamber of Commerce. On the far end, on the far end, our Executive Director, Amy Cloud, and there's not enough nice things that I can say about Amy, but I'll say that a little bit later. So Amy Cloud is with us, starting at Russ. And Dr. Timothy Tennant, President of the Asbury Theological Seminary, the lead sponsor tonight, and his wife Julie. Thank you. And I'll get in trouble for this later because I'm going to sit up here with me. This is my lovely wife, Amy. I want to remind everybody we've got a silent auction going on in the back. Feel free to go and visit those tables during the dinner service. It's in the back of the room. We raise a lot of money to help fund the chamber during the year from that silent auction. And at this time, the bidding will end on the silent auction at 7:15. At this time, what I'd like to do is invite Dr. Tennant up for a few words and then the blessing for the meeting.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you for this opportunity. Welcome to all of you. On behalf of Asbury Seminary, we thank you that we can be a co-sponsor of this event. Asbury has a long history here in Jessamine County. Many of you know that we have over 10,000 graduates around the world. We have around 1,500 students at Asbury, and we train pastors and Christian workers, counselors for the church, and to be used around the world for various means. I thought I would just say a little word about the reason why we're called Asbury, because this is kind of a Wilmore night in the Herald, and we got 2 Wilmore places sponsoring tonight, so, good for Wilmore, right? But when you go into Wilmore, of course, you see a statue of Francis Asbury, and this institution was founded in 1890 by John Wesley Hughes. It was originally called the Kentucky Holiness School. After 1 year, it was named Asbury College. And it's from Asbury College that Asbury Theological Seminary emerged in 1923. Francis Asbury was the most famous evangelist of that time, and is in the 18th and 19th century the most remarkable evangelist of American history. He was an intimate of many of the leading lights of our country in its founding. He was a knew George Washington. He was there just a few blocks away when the Continental Congress met. When he was coming into Kentucky, which he came through many times, he crossed paths with Lewis and Clark when the Louisiana Purchase was being explored. He was a man who traveled, if you can imagine this, he traveled 9,000 miles every year on horseback. Okay, I couldn't know if I could go 2 miles, even though I'm in Kentucky, you know, a mile is long enough for me, right? 9,000 miles a year on horseback. He preached tens of thousands of sermons. If you look at a map of all the places that Asbury went, it looks like a map of the country at that time. In fact, historians say that more people had met Francis Asbury personally than any other American in the entire country. That would include George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, any of the leading lights at that time, because he was everywhere. He went to every small village, and quite a few times he came to this part of Kentucky. The reason he came here was because he had a desire to establish a school in central Kentucky, which he did near High Bridge, today near High Bridge, called Bethel Academy. And so 100 years later, when John Wesley Hughes founded Asbury College, he named it after 1 year, renamed it after Asbury in honor of the fact that right here, Francis Asbury had a vision to start a school for training men and women for ministry around the world. So this is what we stand for, and I want to just remind you, if you don't know, that if you ever go to Washington, D.C., one of the great features of that visit is to visit the 15 horsemen. And this represents the 15 statues of major leaders like George Washington that are on horseback in statues around our nation's capital. What you may not know is that of the 15 statues, 14 of them are military leaders. Only one is a statue of a Christian preacher. It's Francis Asbury. His statue on horseback, and it's similar to the one that you see when you come into Wilmore, was dedicated on October 15th, 1924 by Calvin Coolidge. I just want, in conclusion, to read a statement that Calvin Coolidge made at that inauguration of the Asbury statue. I think in my mind, it symbolizes what we stand for at Asbury, what we believe in as we send Christian ministers across the country. He said this at that great occasion: "A great lesson has been taught to us by this holy life. It is because of what Bishop Asbury and his associates preached through their ministry that our country has developed so much freedom and contributed so much of the civilization of the world. And listen to this: the government of a country never gets ahead of the religious faith of the country. There is no way by which we can substitute the authority of law for the virtue of man." And that's essentially what Asbury believes our mission is, to produce men and women who proclaim the gospel, who bring the good news of Christ to the ends of the earth, and make good citizens. I read this week that the IRS has hired 11,000, get this, 11,000 new agents, enforcement agents, just to stop the fraud and identity theft for you putting your tax returns in this year. 11,000 employees to stop identity theft at tax time. And that's what, of course, government should do that. That's part of their job. But what we want to see happen through the gospel, we want to produce people and have transformation through the gospel so that someone will never want to steal your identity in the first place. And that's a great role, I think, that religious life plays in the country. It transforms people, it changes their lives. And I believe that it's the basis for a really healthy social contract. And I think as we see our culture go through diversity and changes, on behalf as a Christian minister, I want to say that I welcome religious diversity in this country. And I think, in fact, as our country develops, I think I would still say that it's much better to have a religiously diverse market square than it would be to have one that's a naked market square. So I think we need to have good Christian presence in our culture, good discourse in our midst, and I hope and pray that Asbury will provide that for many years to come. We have a little gift tonight for you because we didn't know it would be 5 below zero tonight when you leave, but we wanted to give a little gift to all of you, and so if you pass me the... Asbury Inn, we have one of the AAA rated hotels in Jessamine County, and we have a little warming blanket for all of you as a gift. Francis Asbury would have loved it when he traveled around. In fact, at the end of his life, he got to take one trip on a carriage from New York to Boston, a two-horse carriage pulling along. He said it was the greatest ride of his life because he'd been on horseback. So a little blanket would help. So we want to give this to you as a gift as you leave, one for each person that's here. And thank you so much for being a part of this county, and thank you for your support of Asbury Seminary. Thank you. And now let's bow in prayer for our meal tonight. Lord, we thank you for the good gifts of your gracious providence in providing for us food and nourishment for our lives and our well-being. We give you honor and praise for it, and pray you'd bless it and bless us tonight as we gather and as we share this food together. In Jesus' name, amen.
Our other lead sponsor this evening is Wesley Village, and I'll put in a personal plug for Wesley Village as well. Been out there several times. Beautiful facility. You can have meetings out there. Great chef. Wonderful food. It's really a fantastic facility in Jessamine County, and we are fortunate to have that facility in the community. They have a lot of exciting things going on over there in Wilmore at Wesley Village, and so I would like to, at this time, invite Glenda Creech up to make a presentation about Wesley Village. Then we'll go into our award winners. And for our award winners, stand around for pictures. After you get your award, come over here to the right for pictures.
Thank you so much. Perhaps you recognize that music. It's called Everything's Coming Up Roses, and at Wesley Village, everything's coming up roses. They're buried right now under about 2 inches of ice and snow, but under that is a rose, and it's coming up hopefully by early this fall. Anyway, we are celebrating that tonight. If you notice my staff, which are right down front here, stand or look, be recognized. Stand up, staff, or be recognized. Thank you very much. My staff are in tuxedos, and that's because they're wearing jeans at the bottom and boots, so we went with her theme of boots and suits. But I tell you why we're doing that, and that's because we're talking about the Encore Center as we're getting ready to open it up this fall. Right now we're a little delayed by the weather. Can you take the music just a tad? I could sing over it, some of you know, but I won't. Okay. Please note on your tables that there's a boot in the middle and it's filled with beautiful red roses. Those are compliments of Wesley Village. And while we don't have a blanket tonight to give you all, we do want you to take a beautiful red rose with you as you leave this afternoon. Also, you'll notice a bottle of water there, plug in the Encore Center from Wesley Village. And of course, that's using our local Highbridge spring water. Next year, in 2015, Wesley Village will celebrate its 20th anniversary as Kentucky's first CCRC legislation was written by at least, where's Bob Dameron and Tom Buford, who are seated here. We thank them for that. We were the first licensed CCRC in the state of Kentucky, and we will be 20 years old. I was just talking to the mayor, and he couldn't believe we're 20 years old next year. So we'll be partying starting the first day of January 2015 until the last day, as you know, and we'll expect you there in tuxedos and wearing rose boutonnieres. But many of you may not know, we'll take an applause for that. I bet, yeah. Many of you may not know that we, in part, were part of a fulfillment of Dr. David McKenna, of formerly an Asbury Theological Seminary president. His dream and vision for a wonderful place for seniors to retire in Wilmore. So thank you, Dr. Tennant and Asbury Theological Seminary. And watch out, Nicholasville. In case you all haven't noticed, both lead sponsors are from Wilmore, and we're coming on strong. Woo! Are you telling me to shut up and sit down? Okay. Thank you. What a privilege it is for us to co-sponsor again tonight. We are proud to be a part of the very vital and vibrant business community right here in Jessamine County. So many good things are going on right now, and I'd like to mention one in particular and recognize a recent grand opening of a sister faith-based healthcare community at Brannon Crossing. Bridgepoint by Christian Care Homes opened last week, and the Joseph Group. Please acknowledge that and welcome them to Jessamine County. I often share at Wesley Village that we believe seniors who have lived lives that are worthy of an encore, hence the naming of the Encore Center. We believe the seniors we serve, the greatest generation, certainly by far, have lived lives that are worthy of celebrating life on center stage. The encore takes place when a singer or an orchestra have performed beautifully and lived outstanding, and people continue to applaud and give standing ovations, and people come back for an encore. Sadly, some of those encores are planned now, I've found out, with some of the major singers. But we believe that our seniors that we serve deserve that kind of encore. So we celebrate life on center stage at Wesley Village. This fall, we hope to open the Encore Center, which we're featuring back there on the screen. It will feature a warm saltwater therapy pool, a beautiful movie theater designed strictly for seniors' eyes and ears, a spa, a cafe, and beautiful garden terrace apartments, which are for independent living. You will be amazed. Just come and see us, y'all. Thank you. At this time, I'm honored to present the first award of the night, and this award is for the Chamber Business of the Year. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating the Business of the Year, and the winner is Line X of Kentucky. Would you please come forward? Line X of Kentucky opened their doors in March of 2000, serving the central Kentucky area with our Line X protective coating. Through the years, we have seen many changes in the automobile industry, and we have diversified to keep up with these changes. Today, we serve our customers with the same attitude that we began with 14 years ago. We will always treat our customers that way, the way we would like to be treated ourselves. Our product offering has increased to include truck and SUV accessories, from the basic products such as toolboxes and bug shields to fifth-wheeled and gooseneck hitches. We carry it all. Of course, our core product is the Line X protective coatings, and the Line X has expanded to a product line to follow suit. We now offer any known color to man, and we're coating things from entire vehicles to church baptistries. We will always be a family business, and the next generation is being groomed to take over and take business to the next level. We love what we do every day, and we hope it shows in the quality of work that we deliver to our customers. We invite you to come check us all out and what we have to offer. If you've already been in and we've helped you in some way, we truly appreciate your business. Congratulations, Business of the Year, Line X of Kentucky. The son are the owners, and he doesn't want to speak, but he said I did great reading his prologue. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Dr. Tennant, if you could come to the podium and present our next award.
The envelope, please. I'm honored to present the Hall of Fame Award this evening. The Hall of Fame winner is Bill Hall. Would you please come forward? Bill Hall has lived in Jessamine County community for many years. Married to Anita, they have 3 children and 9 grandchildren. Bill served in the Army Reserves for 22 years and retired as Sergeant Major in 1992. He is manager, purchasing and community relations at Bluegrass Energy and has worked there since 1993. While there, he has won several awards, including the prestigious Solon Bennett Award for Excellence in Materials Management in 2000. Bill served as president of Kentucky Association of Electric Cooperatives Materials Management Association from 1997 to 1998, an association he founded in 1996. He was also director of Nicholasville Now from 2003 to 2004, president of Nicholasville Tourism from 2004 to 2006, president of the Jessamine Chamber of Commerce from 2005 to 6, and chairman of the Jessamine County Economic Development Authority from 2011 to 2012. He currently serves as chairman of United Way of Jessamine County since 2012. He serves on the Jessamine County Ethics Commission since 2009 and the Central Kentucky Public Policy Commission since 2005. Bill is an accomplished singer and guitarist, I hope you're ready to play tonight, and has been entertaining the region since the 70s. While serving in the Army Reserves, he won First Place Entertainer Award in the 3rd Brigade, 100th Division in 1981. He currently has a CD out called Bill Hall, Family and Friends. Accepted on his behalf tonight is Donald Smothers, the VP for Financial Services and CFO at Bluegrass.
Present that to him for me, please.
As you can see, I'm not Bill Hall. I have a little more hair than Bill does. But Bill's out this week. He had some surgery, and he's recovering, but we want to ask you to keep him in his prayers so he have a speedy recovery. You know, Bill's a lifelong resident of Jessamine County. He loves this county, he loves this chamber, and he'll be honored and very excited to receive this. So for Bill Hall, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next award is the President's Award. It's the award that the President gets to personally choose. And I think the criteria, as I understand it, is select a person or a group that has had a significant personal impact on the President as well as a significant impact on the community. So using that as the criteria, my choice was very easy. This year's winner gave me my first job out of law school. And when I say that he gave me a job, I really mean that he gave me a total immersion in the law. When I left his employ 3.5 years later, I had done things that many attorneys hadn't done in 10 or 15 years of practicing law. He also covered such a broad range of law that he gave me the confidence and the ability to become county attorney, and I don't think I would have been county attorney without having first worked for him. So that was a significant impact personally. He's had a probably even a greater impact on the community and all of our community combined. He served for 30 years as the attorney for the city of Wilmore. And when I told Dave Carlstead about the choice, he said, quote, "That's fantastic." And I don't have Dave's voice. So it was really impressive when Dave said it. He's also been the attorney for the Board of Adjustments for the city of Nicholasville, probably for as long, I'm not sure how long it was that he has done that, but probably equally 30 years as well. And for the last 5 or 6 years, he's served all of Jessamine County, and perhaps the most dangerous yet unthanked job, which is an assistant Commonwealth attorney. He is every day putting his life and his family's life in danger, prosecuting the worst of the worst in Jessamine County. But beyond that, and something that probably doesn't get mentioned at all, is his charitable heart. In the 3.5 years that I worked for him, I literally saw him give away tens of thousands of dollars in legal services to people who could not afford to have the legal work done that they needed to have done. So multiply that over a career of 30 years, and we're probably talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in charitable gifts that he gave of his time to people in need in Jessamine County. So tonight it is indeed an honor to thank him personally on behalf of my family, and also to thank him personally on behalf of all of Jessamine County, our President's Award winner, Robert L. Bobby Gullet Jr. Come on up, Bobby.
Well, I guess it bears to repeat that I am charitable. After all, I did hire Brian out of law school. it seems like a million lifetimes ago. It really does. I guess I'm in my 35th year, and they've been marked by a lot of things, but he touched on the most significant to me. My role as the attorney for the Nicholasville Planning Commission, which is ongoing now since February of 1982, has brought me into contact with some of the most caring people about this community. They work for little or no pay, and they make the tough decisions that makes nobody happy as to how our community is going to grow. And certainly my work with the city of Wilmore and Mayor Rainwater, who is not only my mayor, but my dear friend. Those are people and memories that I'll never replace. But I want to leave with one thing, one thought, and that is that probably the most important work I do now is as an assistant Commonwealth attorney. There is probably not a family represented here tonight that has not been touched by drug abuse. Our community is awash in drugs. Heroin has completely overflown our city, our state, our country. It is awful. If you know somebody that needs help, get them help. If you have to get them arrested to get them help, get them arrested to get them help. The worst thing you can do for someone you love is let them steal from you, let them abuse you because of drug addiction, and excuse it. You're not helping them, you're sending them to an early grave. This county is blessed with what I believe in 35 years of experience across the state, the greatest circuit judge I have ever served in front of, and that's Judge C. Hunter Daugherty. He is a magician. He saves lives. He saves lives every month. And the system is the only way people will get off the cycle of drug abuse. Thank you.
I'm going to tell one on Bobby since he got me. People used to ask me if I was keeping Bobby under control, and I always said, can you rope a tornado? So if you know Bobby, you know that well. Would Alan Van Arsdale from Central Bank come on up?
It's hard to believe that was too tall for me. I'm honored to present 2 awards this evening. The first award is for the Chamber Civic Award. And this award, would you please welcome Dave Wash. Born and raised in Jenkins, Kentucky, Dave came to Nicholasville in 1976, transferred from Central Bank in Lexington to First National Bank in Nicholasville. Both are part of Kentucky Group Banks. He came to town as a bank cashier, operations officer. Dave stayed until National City bought First National, staying at National City for 4 years. He left there to start Central Bank in Nicholasville in 1994. Loyal to the bank, he stayed until retirement in 2010. In the middle of that, Dave served as a state bank examiner for 2 years, making a total of 41 years in the business. Since that time, Dave has been no stranger to the community. He currently serves or has served on Chairman of Nicholasville Tourism Commission, Chairman of Trinity Hill Child Care Center, Board Member, All God's Children, Treasurer, Jessamine County Safe House Board, Kentucky Pro Football Hall of Fame Board, Habitat for Humanity Board, Board Member-elect, Nicholasville Now, Jessamine County Hospice Board, Jessamine County Trustees for United Way of the Bluegrass. In his spare time, if he has any, Dave enjoys fishing, bird hunting, going to sporting events. He is married with 1 son and expecting his first grandchild in June. Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you all very much. The gentleman just introduced me, and I've worked together through all three of those banks, believe it or not, all except he was in Bank of Danville when I was at First National. So I've known Alan for a long time. And I've also known a whole lot of bankers in this community.